The internationally renowned artist Ai Weiwei is here in Ukraine for his first exhibition dedicated to the full-scale war. We had the chance to speak with him. Ai Weiwei, thank you so much for joining us today. It's such a pleasure to see you here in Kyiv and to see that you will have your first art exhibition in Ukraine. I'm just wondering, what brought you here to Ukraine at such a critical moment in the war? What inspired you to have your first exhibition here?
First, I have to say Russia invaded Ukraine, and the war already lasts over 3 years. Mm-hmm. And of course, as artists, I'm deeply concerned with the humanity and the struggle of the people. So I want to come here first, not to have an exhibition, but rather to understand what is going on and how Ukrainian people manage to fight with this very brutal war. So when I come here to decide to make the exhibition, and I think it's an opportunity to express my solidarity with the people and also to trying to achieve a peace for this country.
And I know that you've traveled not just in Kyiv, but Kharkiv, other locations, visited soldiers. Is there any particular moment, any particular interaction that stood out for you the most?
Yes, I was really want to go to the front. Mm-hmm. I want to be next to the soldiers who's doing the fighting in defending this nation. Mm-hmm. And they're ordinary people, and they are not young soldiers in many countries, but they are even old soldiers or experienced different professionals. So, one soldier just showed me his cats. He loves cats, mm-hmm. and I love cats. So we have a great moment, not to talk about the war, but talk about his family, his wife, how he loves his wife. This is always very touching.
And one thing that has struck me personally, how soldiers, many, are finding ways to create art, even on the front line. I was wondering, as an artist who is also an activist, what role do you see art playing when it's a full-scale war, when the main priority is survival?
I think when we talk about survival means physical survival, also mental survival, psychological survival. So many people use an art as a healing process to make them calm down, focused, besides to living a very scary life, and to get some comfort.
When we talk about comfort, we face an incredibly dark and unprecedented time, not only in Ukraine. We see attacks on democracy and freedom of speech, not only in autocratic nations like Russia or China, but even now in the United States, for example. How can one remain hopeful and inspired in such dark times?
If we look at the history, there's always very dark times, a lot of more casualties, and sometimes it lasts very long. But at the same time, we see individuals who can survive, who still have hope, who still can give support to another, to warm up the situation, write poetry, and write novel or make artworks. So there's always side of a human side or anti-human activities in every society, not just traditionally we think, it only happens as a tyranny society, but also in democratic society. What happens in the United States is very clear. Many acts is beyond understanding. Even in the authoritarian society, they even not doing things like that. We We are living in an age which moral conditions collapsed. The order is collapsed. But at the same time, we're fast developing technology. And all the informations we gain is not going to become a wisdom, but rather become useless because we cannot act morally or cannot, that is very bad condition.
Before we continue with this video, I wanted to ask you to take a moment to like and subscribe, and if you can, become a paid member of the Kyiv Independent today. I'm thinking about the title of your exhibition here in Kyiv, these 3 perfectly proportioned spheres and camouflage uniforms painted white. This idea of proportion, finding order amid chaos. Do you think it's possible during a war to find this order amid chaos?
I think in any condition, human condition, we can find different level of order. Order can be a policy, but order can be moral structure. What we think is right or wrong, and how we proportionally understand, to control the damage, to limit the damage. How do we value human life over politics? So those also different order we have to establish. Order is not something existing. It takes human effort to re-establish a new order.
And what do you hope Ukrainian audiences will take away from your exhibition?
That's very hard to say. As an artist, I make my best effort, but those are always limited, relate to my personal experience, my art history and language. So I hope they can take a moment of thinking. Yes, they're in the war, but the war is not an answer. Eventually, we all want to have a peaceful life, and we want a culture and for the children.
Have you gotten to experience any Ukrainian culture while you are here, to see art from local Ukrainian artists, listen to Ukrainian music, anything like this?
I'm trying to approach more. Of course, I have to understand, but I never see artists just from art studio. Artists from daily life, the soldiers, the farmers, and the workers.
Ukraine's war against Russia is not just a fight for Ukrainian sovereignty, it's also a fight for freedom against tyranny, the right to live a life of decency. I'm wondering, as an artist who has done so much in your life, has your understanding of freedom changed over time?
Talk about freedom, I think freedom is the best moment when you're against the tyranny and against the obstacles in life. So Ukrainians are in a difficult time, but that's the moment you're defending freedom, and that's the glory.
All right. Thanks so much for watching this video. I'm not just the Kyiv Independent's culture reporter. I'm someone who has called Ukraine home for many years. Knowing so many people in Ukraine's cultural community, having written so many obituaries since the start of the war began for Ukrainian artists, some of them my own friends, I understand the importance of international artists like Ai Weiwei coming to Ukraine to show their solidarity and support. The farther we are able to spread the word about Russia's horrific full-scale war of aggression, which is not just an attack on cities, on civilians, but also on Ukrainian culture itself, the sooner we have a chance of ending this horrific war.